Hello and welcome. I am Kamna and this is video number 2 of preliminaries of mathematics that one should know or is expected to know before starting any advanced mathematics course. In this video, we are going to learn about function, the definition of function, the types of functions and a few operations on functions. So let's get started. So let's start defining function f with respect to our relation with the help of the definition we already know. So if f is a relation on the set x cross y, this is the Cartesian product of set x and y, and f is a relation on x and y. So when I say this, we mean that f contains elements from x and elements of y and their ordered pairs. So elements of x are related to elements of y, and this special type of relation in which each element of x has one and only one element related to it in y, then f is said to be a function. So this type of special relation is called a function. We will explain it a bit further. F is basically just a rule. In other words, f is just a rule from x to y that connects x and y in such a way that each element of x has exactly one image in y. When we say this one and only one, by one we mean each element has one image. Okay, so the existence of image is there in this one, and when we say only one, it means in y it has exactly one image. When I say image, it just means that elements of x1, elements of this x, say x1, is related to y1, element of this capital Y, through this function f. This wiggle is now exactly f, and we write this as f of x1 is equal to y1. We say that y1 is image, this is an image, y1 is image, x1 is called as a pre-image. Okay, pre-image of y1 is x1 and image of x1 under f is y1. Okay, so f is basically a rule, or we can think of f as a machine or a device that converts some kind of object into another kind of object. Okay, I did not know, you cannot see here what I have written. Okay, this is the pre-image and this is the okay, when I say f is a function from x to y, then we call this as the domain and this as the codomain. Okay. Also, if we take every element which is an image of x, so set of images of elements of x, which we denote by f of capital X, this will contain all the f of x, x in capital X, alright. This we called as range. This is called the range. Okay, and we know that f of x are coming from y, right? All the elements have images in y. So set of images of elements in X is entirely inside this set. So obviously f of x will be a subset of y. I hope you can see that. Let us see an example. Let's take the functions that you have already seen. This is a square function, okay, and we are taking the domain to be let's say x is coming from real numbers. Okay, x is a real number. It looks like a pound sign. Oh, sorry, euro sign. Right. So f(x) equal to x square. Now let's see how this function behaves. Okay, we already know that the negative numbers are never squares of anything, right? And we have so basically its image f of capital R, this is the, we know already what set this is f(x) such that x is a real number. So this means it will be x square such that x is a real number, and all the real numbers with their squares, this will be the set containing 0. So nothing on the negative side to this. So this is the range. Okay, so f can be a function from R to R because its codomain is also real numbers. These are all real numbers, right? These are not all real numbers, but these are essentially real numbers, and this is a subset of R. So codomain was this, and this is the range. So the range is contained in codomain, right? The thing to notice here is that the codomain cannot be completely filled with, may or may not be filled with the codomain here. Every element of range has to be inside codomain, but not every element of codomain has to be inside the range. Do you get my point? Like all the negative numbers are present here, but they are not present here. So there are many elements in the codomain which are not the images of any of the elements in the domain, right? Which brings us to our next definition, the type of function that I was talking about. It is called as an onto function. Okay, if we take a function f from R to, let's say, the positive real numbers and 0, and we define it the same way as previous. So it is x square for all x in the set R, right? So here the range will coincide with the domain, codomain, sorry. This is the domain, this is the codomain, and as it turns out, this is exactly the range also. So whenever this happens, whenever we have a function from x to y and f of x is equal to y, that is the codomain is equal to the range, then we say that f is onto. Then f is said to be an onto function, okay, or surjective function, or simply a surjection. F is just a surjection. Okay. More rigorously, if we want to define an onto function, we can define it as a function f from sets S x to y is said to be onto if for every y in the codomain there exists an element in the domain such that this relation is applicable or exists. Okay, so for every element in y there is an element of x, which means that images of elements from this domain completely cover the codomain. Okay, and when I say cover, it simply means that they exhaust Y. Okay. And any function which is not onto is called as into function. So an into function, a function which is not onto, a function which is not onto will be called as into function. Okay. So there are these two kinds of functions, onto and into functions. Let's again see the example as we have already seen. F of x is equal to x square. When we took this f from R to R, this was an into function because the range was not equal to codomain. But when we said f of x is equal to x square, f is from R to R plus union this 0, then this was onto. So you can see already, see these are separate ones, that this is onto and this is onto and this is not onto. So you can already see that ontoness or intoness or surjection does not depend on the function but on the codomain and domain also. Okay, that doesn't just depend on f, the property of f, it's also the property of domain and codomain. So be very aware of this. Okay. Let's take the same function and let's change the domain and codomain again. So let's take f from closed interval 1 to 2 to closed interval 1 to 4, and fx is defined again as a square function. Okay, this is my x, this is my y. So 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, and in between all the real numbers between 1 and 2 have squares between 1 and 4. Okay. So this is completely exhausted. So this is an onto function, and you can see that distinct elements in x have distinct images in y. In the first one here, what we had was -1 had the image 1 and 1 also had the image 1. So the one in here had two pre-images, 1 and -1, but here this is not happening. When we take 1 from here, it only has one pre-image. Its pre-image is just 1 and nothing else. This kind of function is called as a one-to-one function. Let's define it rigorously. So the rigorous definition of one-to-one function, we also write one-one function and we also write one-one function. Okay. So these three are just the names. The definition is a function f from x to y is said to be one-one function or an injective function or simply an injection, not the needle one, it is called injective one-one or injection if how do we say it? Distinct elements of x should have distinct images in y. So if x1 not equal to x2, distinct elements imply distinct images. F1, the image of x1 should not be equal to image of x2. In other words, we can also say, or we can say, to check, what we can do is, if f of x1 equal to f of x2, then we should check whether x1 is equal to x2 or not. If it is not, then it is not a 1 1. If they are equal, then it is 1 1. So this is the method of checking, and this is the formal definition. Okay, different elements should have different images. Example we have already taken of a 1 1 function and not a 1 1 function, but just to emphasize, we will take one more example. F from R to R, and we will take f of x to be whatever. I can take 2x. Here every element has only one image. So distinct elements will have distinct images. So it is a 1 1 function. This is 1 1 function. Or let us call this one g. G of x is equal to x cube. This is also a 1 1 function. Tell me whether x to the power 4 is a 1 1 or not. Is it 1 1 or not? Comment below. Alright, so we saw what an injection and a surjection were, or injective function and a surjective function are. Together they are called as a bijective function. So if a function f from x to y, any sets x to y, not necessarily distinct, if f is 1 to 1 and on to, f is said to have 1 1 correspondence, x and y are said to have 1 1 correspondence, then it is called as 1 1 correspondence, long word, 1 1 correspondence, or bijective function, or simply a bijection. All right. I hope this difference of colors is visible to you well, and I hope it is helping. That's it for today, guys. We'll see how these properties combine to form some different kind of structure. That structure we will see in the next video. I hope you understood the concepts of this video. See you next time. Bye.